Hi friends, this is Sayed. Welcome to the video. This is a Linux tutorial part 3 video series, and you will also find Linux tutorials in Hindi and Urdu as well. And so those are when you check in the videos and channel or playlist, you will see Urdu and Hindi tutorials are separated from the English tutorials. And in first video we talked about introduction, second video we talked about some basics and some terminal commands and introduction. In third video in this tutorial we will continue in the terminal commands, and coming videos also as well we are going to talk about the terminal commands. As we know that SAP S/4HANA also runs on Linux. This channel is all about Linux, SAP videos, and so Linux is part of it because it is now S/4HANA is runs on Linux, one of the distribution of Linux. So you can go online and get this terminal on your browser instead of downloading, and so before you make a download and install on your computer, you can do this and it will run on your browser, and we will see this in the and later on. We know that Tux Linux brand is just a Linux brand. It's just when we see penguin is basically representing the Linux. So let's talk about some of the repeat videos. We know that it's case sensitive. We know that we can do arrow up, find the historical data. We can see command history, greater than sign to save files, cat to display file, present working directory. So, and double dash h, we can see that for the help in the command. So we talked about it in last video, so we're just gonna skip over this very fast. So cat, we know that one of the command is basically represent concatenate, and where you can print a file on the screen, and also you can combine files, and you can do this multiple files into one. So this is a help from the Linux. When you can see that I did this command cat space dash dash h, and it displays some information about the file and then information and how do you use this. So that is there. ls is a command for list directory content. With this you can see you can do, there are many commands. I just pick few of them just to showcase. And dash a, include entries which start with dot, basically all entries. And list is long listing format. Basically when we do ls dash al, is basically do all the files and it's represent in long listing format, so you can combine more than one option at a time. And we can sort by size by putting uppercase S, and by dash and list numeric UI IDs and GUI IDs instead of names. So that is also can be done. We will take a look at it more commands. We already looked at it, so just few of them are the most used ones by me at the time right now, but might be other ones might be relevant to you. So let's talk about new command where you can learn about this video is touch. When you want to create a file, empty file, you can do this by typing the command touch space and the file name and so it will create a file, and it will be excuse me, and you can see these are the options we can use. So let's take a look at this in action and see. Before we move forward, just take a look at one more command. So cd is to change directory. That is the new command. This is same as when we do this in DOS as well. So when you have a directory in your listing, you can go to the any directory by going cd and then the putting the folder name, and it will go into there, and then you will see this added on to your screen. So let's take a look at in this action. So let's take a look at the ls command dash h. So we can see all of these are options available, and we talked about dash a dash lowercase l. Uppercase L is something else, so it's case sensitive. We know that Linux is case sensitive. So if I do, for example, command appear uppercase ls listing, it would not do anything. If I do lowercase, we can see some of the files are showing up here. So uppercase and lowercase is very hard coded into this system, and if you have a file name which is uppercase and lowercase, it make a difference on that. So let's take a look at touch file. So touch command touch, and we want to say empty file. So we just want to do create empty file called by doing touch. So if we do that, you don't see anything up here, but when we do ls, we can see that we have empty file showing up here. Now one more thing I just want to mention, do you see this DOS is showing in blue and all other files showing in white? So we can DOS is basically representing a folder, so that's why it is there. So if let's do this listing one more time to see more information. All NL. So so we can see that there are two more files are hidden which were not showing before. Now we can see that all the files, and this is one folder, and we can see that there are two folders representing that upper folder and the lower folder. So also when we do cd, we can go to the DOS. So when I do cd and if I press D, and it's automatically bring the rest of the entries. So now we are in the DOS, and if I do ls -al, let's take a look at all the files. So we are in the DOS folder, as you can see my logon, and then this DOS folder up here. And so if I do cd, I can go to the folder, and there is another folder asm-1. So if I want to do one more folder, cd a tab is automatically bringing all the values, and let's take a look at that now. ls-al. So all of these files are showing from this. So if I want to do come out of it, so I just do cd space double dot. So it's meaning that I want to come out of this folder, so it's taking me out of there. So I am on the DOS now. As we can see, I was in this folder before, and if I do cd and double dot again, so now I am back to the where I was before. So let's do ls-al, and I can see that I am here now, back to the where I was before, the root folder. So, and my username is root as well, so that's why it is showing root. So we know that cd, we can do this by doing cd, and then we can go to the folder. And if I want to go to further, just two folders at a time, I can see DOS, and I can press with A. So it's automatically showing me the path, completing the path, and now I can just press enter. It will take me back to the complete again into this. Instead of just going one by one, I can do directly doing by this, and I can do cd/back, and it's basically telling me, oh, I need to do, I'm just doing the DOS command. So cd double dot again, come out of it, cd double dot, and I can also go back to the root folder by going the same route, um, putting cd and into the direct folder where I want to go. So these are the one of the ways we can do. Excuse me. So let's so we learn cd command and we learn the touch file. So let's take a look at one more time. What touch did is create the empty file. So how we know that? So where we are right now, we are let's take a look at, let's go to the we want to go to the root folder. We come out actually furthermore, so cd root. So we have more than one file, so it's going to show both options. So one more thing, if we press tab twice, we can see that more than one folder we want to go. The system will propose which folder you want to go. So let's ls-al. So now we can see that this empty file was created, and you can see the file size is 0, so there is nothing in there, an empty file. So that is how we create the empty file, and also how do we use our command for cd to touch. And if I want to touch and -h, so it will show the help on this file. So don't create file, date, time to the use. So these are the options we can use with this. So if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe and like, comment, and if you want to see a particular command, please let us know. In the next video we will learn more about more of the commands, and just a quick revisit of some of the command we have done. So thank you very much, and bye for now.